Mississauga Library has 18 locations, but some of our oldest libraries have undergone quite an evolution. Streetsville, our oldest library, began its story in 1854. The establishment of the Streetsville Farmers and Mechanics Institute included a yearly membership fee to access materials which were stored at the Embleton Whaley building. The building eventually became a general store, and in 1877, the library moved to the second floor of Oddfellows Hall. Originally housing a tinsmithing business, the Streetsville Village Hall would be next in housing the town's library. The Streetsville Library Board acquired the hall in 1902 with a lawn bowling field adjacent to the library for much of its residents. Eventually, it was decided that a new library location would be built for Streetsville as part of a centennial project for the town. The new Streetsville Library opened in 1967, and that location still serves the public in Streetsville to this day. Port Credit, our second oldest library, was first housed in the Riverside School in 1896. In 1914, the school needed the space that the library occupied, so Port Credit Library was relocated to the bowling club on Park Street. The solution was always meant to be temporary, and in 1921, the library was moved to Orange Hall. The hall was initially owned by St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, but the church donated it to the village on the condition that the building could be moved from the property. The hall was then moved to State Bank Road. In the 60s, plans for a new library in Memorial Park were being drawn up, and in 1962, the Port Credit Library found its permanent home. In 1919, Clarkson Library was first found on the second floor of Alex Dury's store on Clarkson Road. In 1925, the library moved to Carmen Church Community Hall. After a fire in 1920, the hall was reconstructed and became the host to community meetings, events, plays, and eventually the library for a number of years. In 1964, the library eventually moved to the Park Royal Shopping Plaza, and it was called the Western Branch at the time. Although it was meant to be a temporary location until the Centennial Clarkson Lorne Park Library opened, the public wanted to keep the location to serve the Clarkson area. In 2002, the Clarkson Community Center was redesigned to include a library, and the Clarkson Library found its permanent home. This has been a moment in Mississauga history. If you'd like to learn more about local history, visit mississaugalibrary.ca/history.